So the person that I chose was Jack Kerouac, and he changed the world in a kind of different way, and you'll see in a second. Okay. In this presentation, I will tell you who he is, what he did, why he did those things, and if he made a change and what that change is. Okay, so first of all, who is Jack Kerouac? So he was born and raised in Massachusetts, and he was born March 12th, 1922, and he went to school in New York City. After he graduated school, he went into World War II and served for a while, and then when he came out, he didn't really have a profession, and he wasn't much of a worker. He kind of traveled and wandered around the United States and Mexico. He traveled a lot for a long time, and that led to him writing, and you'll see that in a second as well, and he died in 1969. What did he do and why? So, as I said before, he's an American writer, and he was a part of the Beat Generation, and he was labeled the father of the Beat Generation. Now, the Beat Generation is a social and literal movement which was made up of American writers, which were kind of unconventional, right? And they were kind of against some of the 1950s ideas, such as materialism. And if you guys don't know what that means, that's kind of like anti-religious, where you don't believe in souls or spirits or gods. It's kind of very everything is made of matter, and like all emotions and feelings are just physical traits, I guess. And well, the Beat Generation was kind of more of a personal enlightenment. It wasn't much of a social, everyone should do this. It's more of a personal enlightenment where they followed things such as jazz, sex, drugs, and Buddhism. And I'll get into that in a second. Also, we might think, what is the Beat Generation? And he said beat is for beaten, weary, and beatific, and it's kind of two sides, I guess. So one side is for, it's kind of beaten down and kind of like destroyed, I guess you could say, and forgotten and lost. And the beatific is also the kind of the upbeat jazz representative of that side. Okay. The change. So the Beat Generation, it was short, but it brought attention and influenced future decades, such as the hippie movement, and I'll talk about that in a sec as well. It was, like I said before, it was a very personal thing. He expressed what he thought through his writing, and it really influenced a lot of people, and it's still one of his novels, On the Road, is very famous, and it is known to being very spontaneous novel. It's kind of like kind of go with it, and it shows his way of thinking and how he thought of the world. And he really thought that people should really be adventurous and really just do whatever they want, travel and explore themselves, and that's the way he thought. So like I said, it's a literary revolution, and it created a new style of literature, and that really influenced a lot of different literatures, and today as well it has influenced the books and the way people write. Also back here, this part of his thinking, it was very essential, and it actually contributed to his death as well. He died from drinking because all through his life he drank, and he kind of lived like he was never gonna die. He kind of lived very to the fullest, and he was open to experience whatever he wanted. That's why he did all these things, and he had a lot of friends, and he really connected with a lot of people. Thank you.